Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is making him the preacher and others sitting around and listening to his wordings, that his God is unlimited. He is Saguna Sakara and Nirguna Nirakara, God with form and God without form, because He is unlimited. He is making them understand whatever way you approach God, He approaches and reveals Himself to you. So have faith in your own way and understand the others are also right and genuine in their paths, and making him understand a higher truth. Again, it is like the thought beyond the three gunas, then it is called attributeless reality, Nirguna Brahman, beyond speech and thought. This is Supreme Brahman, Parabrahman. When God is engaged, He is manifested. The Absolute has no dimensions, no time, no space, no limitations. In it, time and space bound universes, in thousands and millions, Ananta Koti Brahmandas appear and disappear. Innumerable, countless universes appear and disappear. This is time and space bound, that is beyond time and space. These are small speck-like in the vast, infinite, eternal existence. That is called Brahman. This is because there is limitation, time and space bound. And this universe, time and space bound universe, has three important qualities: the cognition, sattva, movement, rajas, and material objects, tamas. So these three aspects, it manifests in the unmanifest universe, absolute. The unmanifest absolute manifests these things. A small speck somewhere, a wave is coming as if in the ocean, and wave is being seen distinctly from the rest of the silent, unmoved prime mover. So that doesn't move, that makes these movements. And this movement creates something like a wave, and it is perceivable, that is imperceptible. So this becomes a universe because of the movement and material formation. This is called Trigunatmika. And what is making one appear as many, we call Maya, the power. Exactly like in your dream. One mind is becoming a dream world, multifarious dream world. All things that you see in the waking state are there in that. One mind has taken that form. How that one becomes many? The mind has that power to manifest itself into many. So, like that, this absolute also has that quality of manifesting into many. So, innumerable universes appear. So, that which is beyond the three gunas, that is cognition, it cannot be cognized. Cognition, movement, and matter. Sattva Rajatama. Beyond the Sattva Rajatama, we call it Brahman, attributeless reality, Nirguna Brahman, beyond speech and thought. This is Supreme Brahman, Parabrahman. How far the Indian sages of the ancient have gone, you see. Some religions have gone up to nature. Some have peeped beyond the Father in the heaven, something like that, beyond the creation. But absolute existence, the totally beyond all, including as the Lord of the universe, pervading it. Unchanging eternal reality, where there is no time and space, the transcendental realm that could not be reached by any other religions other than Hinduism. And here we see the offshoots like Buddhism, Jainism and all, which are offshoots of Hinduism, also have the same trend, same understanding with small differences. What we call Purna, they call Shunya, because it can be explained in both ways. Whatever you know, whatever you have seen, whatever you can understand, whatever within your time and space, whatever within your range of perception through mind, conception through mind, senses, intellect, nothing exists there. It's beyond your imagination also. So whatever you can, it is Shunya there, it is Shunya. What is the content of the Shunya if you? It is Purna. It is bliss alone. Ananda Sagara, without Triputi, where there is no triad of seer, seen and the sight. This triad is not there. Only sight is there without a seer and seen. So love is there without a lover and loved. Only love in its own glory. So triad is not there, one reality. So up to that ultimate one, without a second, others could not go. It is like some may have gone up to 10th standard, some have gone up to 12th standard of education. But this is beyond even universe. Knowledge has no limitation. Under the spell of God's Maya, that is, one manifesting as many, you can take Maya as prism, which makes the white light appear into multiple colors. Under the spell of God's Maya, man forgets his true nature. He forgets that he is heir to the infinite glories of his Father. This divine Maya is made up of three gunas, and all the three are robbers, for they rob man of all his treasures and make him forget his true nature. The three gunas are Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Of these, Sattva alone points the way to God, but even Sattva cannot take man to God. Sattva is power of cognition. I can understand, I can see, I can recognize all this power of knowledge, jnana. But that can give an indication to that. Struggle is to go beyond the nature. Your senses or mind or intellect, nothing can take you beyond the nature. Only one thing that takes you beyond the nature is the longing of the heart. Heart's part, longing is heart's part, independent of the entire Prakriti. Heart, the core of your existence, on which the Sthula, Sukshma, Karana, Sharira, the three states you are passing through, Jagra, Swapna, Shushupti, are mounted upon. You have three bodies, it is mounted on a pivot, and that pivot is the core of your existence, and that core is attached to the infinite behind. That is like the huge ocean appearing with a small port in the land or harbor in the land. Ocean is projecting into the land, where from the infinite ocean, the vast ocean, ships can come and park themselves. So revelations of the Absolute is possible within the man's heart, deep within his own existence. Let me tell you a story. Once a rich man was passing through a forest when three robbers surrounded him and robbed him of all his wealth. After snatching all his possessions from him, one of the robbers said, "What is good of keeping the man alive? Kill him." Saying this, he was about to strike the victim with his sword, when the second robber interrupted and said, "There is no use of killing him. Let us bind him fast and leave him here. Then he won't be able to tell the police." Accordingly, the robbers tied him with a rope, left him, and went away. After a while, the third robber returned to the rich man and said, "Ah, you are badly hurt. Are not you? Come, I am going to release you." The third robber set the man free and led him out of the forest. When they came near the highway, the robber said, "Follow this road and you will reach." The robber said, when they came to the highway, the robber said, "Follow this road and you will reach home easily." "But you must come with me too," said the man whom he instructed. "You have done so much for me. We shall be happy to see you at your home." "No," said the robber, "it is not possible for me to go there. Police will arrest me." So saying, he left the rich man after pointing out his way. Now the first robber, who said, "What is good of keeping the man alive? Kill him," is tamas, it destroys. The second robber is rajas, which binds the man to the world and entangles him in the varieties of activities. Rajas makes man forget God. Sattva alone shows the way to God. It produces virtues like compassion, righteousness, and devotion. Again, sattva is like last step of the stairs. Next to it is the roof. The supreme Brahman is man's own abode. One cannot attain the knowledge of Brahman unless one transcends the three gunas. Sri Ramakrishna is giving beautiful description of the whole thing. The three gunas, how they bind sattva, raja and tama. And sattva, how it releases from all bondage. Sattva is so much of humility, absence of ego. There is knowledge everywhere. The effort, wherever you find anything which makes you, there is perfect reasoning behind. Suppose you have perfect reasoning behind a thing which is going to divide or split. Suppose group is there, I am there, my friends are there, something happens or my family is there. I am going to split away. I am going to stand against them. Wherever the splitting and dividing comes into picture, Just wait for a while. Don't go ahead. Wherever splitting and dividing comes, there is perfect reasoning behind why it should be done. Still wait. Just shrink within yourself. Think, give a second thought which is deeper and broader. You are giving a external profit and loss of your worldly nature and trying to split away, or trying to split and leave it there. So when you give a deeper thought and a broader thought, you will very often you see a new way which can make united. Instead of splitting there is perfect reason, it is not reasonless. He has done such a crime, such a thing, that it cannot be pardoned, I have to go away. Yet, there is a way how to unite also. Because there is one reality, there are not many. One is appearing as many. Your vision is covered by your selfishness, your desire, your independent existence. Something is making you, your old tendencies to look upon this world as that. Whole thing is self-centered life, selfish life. It is living within oneself. When you give a next thought, you see that there is a very reason, much more powerful, much more true to unite than to split. And when this comes into picture, you will invariably see divine pervading everything. You start, a new world is standing before you, which is one, is manifestation of one. I am one aspect of the same reality, you are another. As the divine awareness starts coming, the vulgar and noble differences dissolve, ugly and beautiful differences dissolve, right and wrong differences dissolve. You will see one divine pervading and manifesting as two. There was one in the beginning. In dream, whatever you see, good and bad, right and wrong, everything dissolves when you wake up. Oh, it was all dream. Like that you will understand, oh, it was all dream. Nothing was there at all. So this, where from this came? This is sattva. This understanding to find a new way where we remain united, where there is ego and selfishness has dissolved, that's all. It was ego and selfishness that was making you separate from the rest and see. Now, ego dissolves. In the true knowledge, it becomes so flexible. Flexibility unites. Oh, doesn't matter. One becoming two, there is positive and negative. Negative is never equal to positive. Positive and negative never equal to negative, but they belong to the same parents. They split, they are appearing two, but when you see with the spiritual insight, a new thing you will find. There is no difference between righteousness, and all these differences will go. And what do you see? One divine existing. And all events, whatever happened, whatever is happening, whatever is going to happen, all these you will see there is one reality. It is divine will working. Behind every event, it is divine will that is working. We miss that, we forget that divine will is working. Now you see that divine will is working. Behind every event, formerly we used to think it is right and wrong, correct and incorrect. Now, when you see the divine will working, ultimately, so that divine will is what is making us understand. So this is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. So Sattva alone points out your selfishness and ego made you Rajasic, and your possessions, mind, what you are holding, was Tamas. You are holding on to your ideas, you are holding on to the material things, you are holding on to something which is not you, which is not yours as yours, and that made the split possible. Now that split is dissolving because of the Sattva. That right understanding is dawning in you. So Sri Ramakrishna tells that story of the 3 robbers binding a person in the forest, robbing away everything and going away, Sattva coming and releasing them. After a while, 3rd robber comes and then releases him, and he shows up to he takes him away from the forest and to the highway, and from there, go in this way, you will get your home. There it points out, and it wants to return, but the man wants him to make him come with him to his home. He wants to honor, he wants to express his gratitude, he wants to offer his thanksgiving. But man says, no, I cannot come into the village or the town. Police will catch me. I am after a robber. So goes. See, when we go from Durjana, Sajjanat, Nirjana, from Nirjana, Nirguna, how we are climbing. And last, when we see all we have released, holding on to the Sattva, kindness, compassion, love for all beings, sacrifice, all these good and great qualities, to see positivity everywhere, to fill myself, to get that inner confidence of holding on to the Atman, holding on to God. All these are good and great things. Even that has to be given up in turning inward and going. It showed me the path. I have to continue going through the path to acquire what I need. So the turning inward and moving, and when we turn inward, the purpose of all our learning, all this we are studying everything to make the journey possible, to reach the other end of the shore, the ocean, other shore of the ocean, I want to reach. So turning inward, till then, all these are required. Even worships, reading of books, going to Guru, sitting at their feet, learning so many things, trying to, is just to awaken from within my own ultimate power that is going to make me unite with Thee. It is within me. I have put on so many limitations upon myself. I have put limitation on this world. I am seeing a world entirely different from what reality is. I am looking at myself, which is far from the reality. I am divine. I am superimposing the worldly tendencies which are associated with the body and mind. I am taking as myself a part, just like I am not this body, yet I am taking this body to be myself. So all the dirt associated with the body and mind, I take as myself. I take that limitations as real and eternal. No, I have to deny. I have to say no to all these things. I have nothing to do with the body and mind. Even the morning somebody was asking, in meditation or in how we try to go inward, with all limitations put on ourselves, we cannot go. We have to remove all the coverings that we have put ourselves. The birth and death, the ultimate ignorance, the root ignorance, all these are removed by the then can I associate, while repeating mantra, my breath starts as if it is going deep inside in my heart and pressure is created. I said, why are you associating God's name with breath? You have to forget the breath. You cannot hold on to breath anymore. You cannot hold on to the body. Extremely gross people who cannot bring the mind under control by any means, for them it is necessary to associate mantra or onkara or whatever they repeat with breath, so that past and present is dissociated from your awareness. Body, here something happens, here something happens. Here, oh, you are still holding on to that body. So this bodily existence also you have to drop away. So this here we see, the more you love God, more you think of the divine, your spirit, more you hold on to the world, more you are linked to the world, your body. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.